On this edition of Mammoth Extra, the Deputy Commissioner of the National Lacrosse League is in Denver for the Mammoth's first game back in the Loud House.
Really excited to be back on the floor, and there's a lot of pent-up demand for the league.
And we sit down for a visit with Colorado Mammoth captain Robert Hope. After the long 21-month pause, the season is finally here. The Mammoth head to Georgia to kick off the NLL season.
The 2021-22 season is underway here in Metro Atlanta. Zed's at the top, and they score a short-handed goal. Goodness! Ryan Lee comes flying in after a beautiful dish to him. Well, Dylan Ward has shown you tonight why he is one of the great goaltenders in the world. Oh, that one screams past Poulin. Ryan Lee does it again. And that will draw us to the final horn. So a disappointing finish for the homestanding Georgia Swarm tonight. Colorado, a little too much for them offensively. They're able to pull away to a 16-11 victory.
As the Mammoth prepare for their first home game of the season, the marketing team is visited by a special guest, the Deputy Commissioner of the National Lacrosse League, Jessica Berman.
One of the first things that was identified when I joined the league was this concept of Team Bow, where the league serves as essentially a consultant or advisor to the teams and really acts as a conduit for sharing best practices between and among the teams. We hope that the foundation we've built over the last couple of years will lead to some direct, actionable impact for the teams. It was really great to visit with the Mammoth ticket sales team. We at the league are constantly communicating and emails and memos out to the teams and just humanizing our relationship and making sure that the teams know that we're here to support their growth and help them navigate challenges in growing their businesses. Unfortunately, the league wasn't able to play for what ended up being 635 days. Long days, long nights, long days. With COVID and the border being shut down, it just was virtually impossible, and we hit a block at every path that we tried to pursue to get the league launched. But we're really excited to be back on the floor, and there's a lot of pent-up demand for the league, and we're seeing our fans come back. We're excited that they were willing to wait for us and that there's still room in their busy entertainment calendars for the NLL, and we know that that will continue to grow as they all come back. During the time we were off, that actually gave us the opportunity to explore a lot of new partnerships, and actually it's what led to our media deals with TSN and ESPN. It certainly wasn't wasted time. Fans get to see us where sports fans go on TSN and ESPN, which is something that we've been working towards for several years. I'm looking forward to my first Mammoth game in person tomorrow night. It is our first linear game on ESPN, and that's a huge moment for the league. The Colorado Mammoth always put on a good show. Your game presentation definitely sets the bar high on a league-wide basis, and so I'm excited to see it firsthand and take best practices and bring them around the league.
644 days since the Mammoth have hosted a home game. Mammoth and Seals inside Ball Arena, the NLL on ESPN. Score, Eli McLaughlin. Score, San Diego. Drew Belgrave after taking a nasty hit in the first half. San Diego is now 5-1 all time against the Mammoth.
From Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas, Colorado playing in their franchise's 300th game.
Shot, score! Eli McLaughlin. Shot, score! Score! Sam LeClaire, he's got the hat trick. That ends it up 8-7. Colorado defeats Panther City, but it turned into the Sam LeClaire show with the hat trick. The rookie had not played in any game prior to tonight.
Having confidence in myself and my game. I knew I was going to get in eventually, just be ready for my opportunity. Balls were falling, so the older guys were just telling me to keep shooting, so that's what I did, yeah.
When we come back on Mammoth Extra, we sit down with Colorado Mammoth captain Robert Hope. I'm Andy Lindahl here with big number 18, Robert Hope of your Colorado Mammoth. Now it's Hopi, according to Dylan Ward. We talked to him a little bit earlier. I gotta ask, how is it to be back around the guys? It's been a long time, Robert.
It has been. I think we all are in the same boat in regards to, you don't realize how much you miss it until you get back here to Denver, to the Loud House. You miss the things that are just those little things. Yeah, I mean, and you don't realize it till it gets taken from you. And you kind of like, man, I wish to get that back. And it's, yeah, I mean, it's the little things, I think. It's the compete with your teammate. It's the opportunity to know that you did something for them to help the greater goal of the team. It's the be able to celebrate a win with your teammate. It's to hear the Loud House roar. It's those things that, yeah, I mean, you might take for granted before. But then when it comes down to it, you're like, wow, that truly is, you're thinking about it. You're like, is this ever gonna happen again? Is it ever gonna, you kind of second guess yourself. So to be able to be back here and to be able to share that with, I mean, the Mammoth and the fans, and it's something truly special, and I know that I'm gonna make sure that I don't take stuff like that for granted anymore.
It's been kind of an interesting process. You're gonna have a little bit of a newer team. When I talked to Dylan, he said, you're really the voice. You're one of the true leaders of this team. I remember you as a rookie. I remember you and Eli coming in together. What is this, year 7, year 8 for you? How do you feel about growing into that role? Is it natural for you to kind of be the voice in the room?
Yeah, like I think we have a lot of great leaders in our room. We got a lot of great veterans. We got a lot of great guys that have won different leagues and have won kind of throughout this league so far. Again, I think it's just something that I've always tried to do, no matter if it was my first year or 7th year, just be vocal. I mean, I'm always been a person that I don't ask someone to do something unless I'm willing to do it also. So like, I mean, I just try to lead by example also with hard work and effort and stuff like that. And again, we got a lot of great guys. Like D Ward's a great leader, obviously on the back end too, with just his calm presence. And sometimes it's not always what you say, but it's sometimes what you do, right?
What are a couple goals you've got for this year's squad?
Well, for me, and again, I know for a lot of guys in the room, each and every time we play for championships. That's why we're here. That's why we play the sport of lacrosse. That's why we've always played since a young age. We want to win. And again, this is probably the best all-around team that I've had the opportunity to be a part of with the Mammoth. We have some great young players. We have some great veterans. We got a great goaltending. And again, I think we kind of put that into little goals at the start. I mean, get off to a good start. Making sure, again, defensively, we play tough, we play within our system. Offensively, we get familiar with one another a little bit quicker. Again, we got some new guys in the lineup. It's tough kind of with training camp and travel, but I think that all adds up to our kind of common goal and our team goals kind of moving forward.
You got the honor of being the captain for this squad this year. What does that mean to you?
Again, it's an honor to be able to represent, obviously, the Mammoth organization, the players, what it stands for, and to be able to be a part of this organization for so long and to be having so many great captains before me. I'm a big component of kind of taking from those great leaders, those great captains, like guys like Junior and Johnny Gallant and Dan Coates, who I learned so much from. But again, it's just because I'm wearing a letter doesn't mean other guys also can't kind of lead within our room. We got a great leadership group and a great veteran group amongst our guys. So hopefully I can continue to improve as a leader and be able to lead our team in the right direction towards our ultimate goal.
Real quickly on that note, what's the difference between when it's time to speak and maybe speak loudly and time to maybe not say as much?
Yeah, I think it's something that I'm still learning and improving on. I think that's a very important trait and important lesson as a leader is to know when to speak, to know when to stay quiet, and to know when maybe the silence is a little bit more important than the noise. I think, again, it's to be able to pick the spots, to be able to feed off the coaches, the other veterans, the other kind of assistant captains, to know when it's kind of whose spot or whose time to talk. And when it is, again, to know, just kind of leave it at that. Like we talked about, sometimes it's more important just letting that kind of sit and for people to think about it. So hopefully I can continue to improve at that and improve as an overall leader.
Robert, you've been a great Mammoth player to this point. Hopefully we have a lot of great Mammoth play ahead of you. It's great to have you back in Colorado. Stay healthy this year.
Thank you, appreciate it.
That's all for this edition of Mammoth Extra.
Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in the Loud House soon.